remember the last time I tried to double back, God made me so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable to the point where I was like, you can't even think straight because you know you ain't supposed to be here. So I decided to make that decision, and I said, you know what? I can back up off the scene because the scene making no sense. So I'm going to fast forward this story because now we want to get to the point of how I met my fiance and is going to be married in less than 6 months after leaving a 12-year relationship. So, y'all, this is where it gets a little tricky. So now that I've already submitted myself to the Lord and I wrote down some things at the beginning of the year, which would have been January, I wrote down, and I'm going to insert it, where I wrote down, I will meet my husband before my birthday. September 18th, I walked into Deliverance Tabernacle. The reason why I ended up into Deliverance Tabernacle, which is now my church home, was because I underwent a session where someone was praying for me and he saw where there was this demonic attack sent against me. Everybody knows that I'm spiritual. Everybody knows that I am no stranger to deliverances. Everybody knows that deliverances, and obviously it's my calling. You know, I walk uprightly in that calling, and it's okay. I'm not afraid to say that that's my call. So I went through it and I ended up manifesting, or the spirit inside manifested and decided to come out. So I had messaged my auntie and she reminded me that her home church does deliverances and that I could come there, and they having this some revival anyway. So I might as well come and, you know, see what make of it. So the first night me and my sister came, she got prayed for. The second night my sister didn't come, I got prayed for. Now, Bishop called me out because I had a headache at the time. And he prayed for the headache, and then he's like, someone in here is cursed. And I'm not going to lie, anybody that knows me, as pretty as I am, I coulda cuss. I coulda cuss. But I don't curse no more. So anyway, as I came off a curse, and he's like, oh, you was a sailor. You don't just cuss, you was curse. I hear you. So I said, anyway, yeah, I did. And then what? What we gonna do about it? So he said, I given you some oil to drink. So as he started to give me some oil to drink, I felt myself went down like I blacked out. And as I blacked out, obviously now I have video footage. I don't wish to share them in this video because I think I shared them in the last video. So y'all are gonna have to go back on the page and watch that video, because go back and watch the last video. So after he started to pray for me, I went through that session, but he wanted to take me on a more private note. So he told me to come to church on Sunday. So Sunday would have been the 22nd or the 24th, around the time of September. And here is where I met my fiance. So I walked into the church, minding my own business. And I saw him. And I'm like, his face is familiar. But I ain't really paying attention to him because I come in here to worship. I ain't coming here for you, so. Because the last time I even tried to deal with y'all niggas been just too. So, I heard the voice of God said to me clearly, look at your husband. So I look at him. And I was like, he's looking at me. Why are we looking at each other? So I say, I ain't coming to church for no man. That can't be God. Tell me that. It can't be God. Tell me that. So I didn't pay no attention. I placed it in the back of my head and I kept on going forward with what I was going forward with. So now it's time for the deliverance session, the private deliverance session to take place. Who gonna be leading this deliverance? My fiance. So I'm convinced now. I'm saying, Lord, you can't have him for me, because why he get to see all this of me? Like, why he get to see the dirty side of me, all the things that I done, all the demons that I get in castle to me now? Why? What's up with that? What's up? Your girl got no privacy? Come on. So he led that deliverance. And obviously in this deliverance session, I personally won't be able to remember what exactly had gone down because